Hey everybody, welcome back to my stream. I hope you're all doing okay. I am. I just did a little prayer and hoping that the stream is going to go without any problems because up to now it has been an incredible ordeal. Not 2 days exactly the same. It seems like every day you just can't walk in, turn on the cameras, turn on the computer and go live. It would be too simple. So what do we have? We have problem after problem that we didn't anticipate. Yesterday, as soon as I would record with my camera number 2, which is the one I'm looking at now, the screen would go black. For some reason, I have no idea. I spent like an hour today and this morning and yesterday trying to figure out why. My other camera, which is exactly the same one as the one that I'm using over here. I mean, exactly the same camera. When I record with this guy, I have absolutely no problem. So anyways, we're not going to waste our time with that. We are going to do like we usually do. We are going to look at what we did yesterday. Because yesterday, as you can see, we did move along a little bit on this painting. And we started off our day with basically putting the gold ring around the heart. Then we put in some white to do some little plants in the corner and again around our nuclear guy. Then we highlighted and did the background to all the plants, kind of got that done. And then finally, once that was dry, we went back and put in some green color on our white background. And then to top things off, we shaded the whole thing very discreetly with a little bit of darker green. So that is basically what we did yesterday. And today we are going to continue a little bit in that same vein. We are going to, let me go over here. We are going to basically, I'm going to start off by putting some highlights of some green on here. Get that out of the way. Then I'm going to put some leaves a little bit everywhere. I'm going to start off by putting white paint like I do so that the colors are more vibrant. And then eventually while that dries, we can go in and kind of figure out the heart and get this guy done. Anyways, just keep busy as we are going to go around. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to do some light green and put some little highlights on these 2 little plants. So I'm going to go over here and do that. That should take just a few seconds. Let me get my green paint out here. There we go. Get my knife. I'll use this one and go dig up a little bit of green. I don't need too much right now. And I have to admit, I am somewhat in a dilemma about these leaves. What color am I going to end up doing on these leaves? Usually I use magenta and yellows and oranges, and yet somehow I am kind of wanting to stay with just greens. So I'm not sure how that's going to go along, but we're not there quite yet, so I'll worry about that when we come to it. It was the same with these planets here. I thought at one moment I would do them in orange, and then at the last second I kind of decided that I would go with green again. So that is the way it goes. So let me find a nice little, I don't need much, I just need a thin paintbrush, something like this, I guess. Get a little bit of water in here so we can mix all this together. I will come and we'll take a look at that together. Here we go. I'll bring this down here. And I'll bring a little bit of the green and the white together. There we go. Again, I don't want this to be too obvious. I want this to be kind of discreet. Just a little highlight as though the sun was reflecting on these leaves. That seems to be pretty good. So I'm going to bring up the camera right here. And actually I'm going to zoom in to that upper left-hand corner. There we go. I'm going to get out of the way and just going to put in these little highlights. Just a little bit like that. There we go. There, very nice. Nobody will even notice it. Nobody will see it except you and I. And then I'm going to pull the camera back. And we're going to go in here and do the same thing with this guy here. Okay. Get the paint ready. Not too thin here. I don't want it to start dripping. Okay. So, just a little bit. Just a little highlight. There we go. Oh, very good. Whoops. Get down here. Very good. And as the paint dries, of course, these highlights will darken. So, very good. Started off the way we wanted. And now, we said that we were going to do some leaves, and that's going to be all in white, so that's kind of easy to prepare for. Just get my palette, which I already used for white paint before. Get the white paintbrush. I think the hardest part is just going to be picking the right... I'm going to add a little more here. Okay. Just picking the right paintbrush. That's going to be the hardest part. So, what are we going to use? I don't think I have to look very far. This guy was just screaming, use me, use me. So we will. There we go. Like always, starting off the show a little speedy. So we are going to calm down, relax, put our equipment and materials away to avoid catastrophes. There we go. Let me just get a little more water in there, and I will come over. To, let me switch cameras, I guess. Let's get used to all this new equipment. Here we go. This is going to be rather simple as well. Just mix in the water with the white paint to get the right texture so that the paint just glides smoothly onto the canvas. Get rid of the excess water. I'm going to make a little hop over back here and just get a little more water. There we go. Actually, I was thinking earlier maybe getting another little stool or a table to put over here so that I could just dip my brushes there without having to go to the other table, which is so far away, at least a yard away. But I guess just for filming purposes, it might be more practical to have a jar of water right there. So that the more I'm working this paint, though, it seems like there's less and less paint. It's kind of weird. Okay, let's just mix this whole blob up together here. Get it to be nice and fluid. There we go. At least you have a great shot of my pants. Wonderful. Great pants. My belt. Oh yeah, high class. Not to mention my Gucci shoes. Woohoo! Look at that. Anyways, let's get back to this. I should stop showing off all my expensive clothes here. A little modesty doesn't hurt. Okay, that looks about right. I'm going to go wipe off the excess paint. I'm going to, like usual, start off on the left-hand corner and work my way down so I don't get my hands in the paint like I do almost every time anyways, but still. Okay, let's wipe off this excess. It's always nice to start off with a brush that feels clean and you don't have any paint on the tip where you would put your fingers. That will come in anyways a little later on. So I'm going to get out of the frame here and maybe just zoom in a whisker like that, and I'm going to have to step back to see where I want to go. So I'm going to start off right here and work my way up there. And usually I just said I work my way that way. La 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 la. So I'm going to go with there we go. This is the part that I love the most in my paintings. I just love it when the paint just glides in some sort of a nice motion like this. Very good. Maybe tidy this part up a little bit. I don't want to get too sloppy here. There we go. Very nice. Yep. Just get a little bit of water because it's a hot day and the paint I can feel already is drying up on me. And as I'm doing this, how about if we put a little bit of music on? There we go. There we go. Step back for a second, see what's going on. Maybe move the camera over just a hair so I'm not in front of it. There we go. Turn this up a little bit. Get a little bit of water here as we're listening to Bob Weir of the Grateful Dead. Okay. There we go. Voilà, voilà, voilà. Bien. I definitely won't have enough paint to do the whole thing. Okay, I have to step back. There we go. Let me just grab a little bit of water here. I am gonna switch over because I don't have enough paint, so working this, churning, pulling, pushing, stabbing, just to get that right fluid texture that I want in this paint. Not too liquid, not too stiff. That looks pretty good. Wipe off the excess paint. so we don't have any unforeseen accidents. I'll step back for a second. Okay, very good. Go back to this guy here. You have to step back still. Yes, okay. I do have to step back because, believe it or not, I need a certain balance in this painting. Okay, I can't paint if I don't see what I'm going to do. So, yes, okay, it's a good thing I did. Just gotta step back some more, I guess, take a look. Yes, very good. There we go. So, what does that look like? Standing out back. Okay, all right. Very good. I'm going to do the same down here as well. So for that, I am going to bring over my chair because I already hurt my back yesterday. Extremely painful. So today I'm going to be careful. I'm going to pull this camera back and bring it down like that. So I'm going to step back once again, take a look. I have plenty of white paint to just go ahead. So I am going to go right there. And I'm going to start on this right here. Ow, 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 ow. And I'm going to bring some water closer by because everything is drying up extremely quickly with the heat. And you see that when the paint is in the right consistency, how it just makes life so much easier, so much more fun to paint when the paint just glides beautifully on the canvas. So, I'm going to do the same thing over here. I am going to try to make these leaves a little smaller. And back pain or not, I cannot not step back and look. So I have to get back here and take a look and see what's going on. Okay, I must say that looks pretty good. So let's get back to some music. And I will continue this. This has to be one of my favorite jams as well. Eyes of the World. A period in my life where I could speak for hours about the Grateful Dead. I was a real Deadhead since the early 70s. Ever since their first live album was Dark Star, St. Stephen. Okay, let me step back here again and take a look. Okay, go. Maybe head on out a little bit on a different way. I'm going to bring the camera over a little bit. And I'm going to push record. There. No black screen? No. Okay. Very good. Okay, add a little water to this. I can't paint if I don't see what I'm going to do. So I have to step back When I was 19, I was living in Southampton, Long Island. I had a girlfriend that was 10 years older, and I worked for the phone company. And she had a Malibu, black Malibu, red interior, convertible. And she lent it to me for the summer. And I just followed the Grateful Dead with my buddies out of New Jersey. Every concert on the East Coast. Whew, that was just an awesome summer. Very fortunately, no accidents, no horror stories, which very easily could have turned into dropping acid at every concert, driving that Malibu. It was like Fear and Loathing on the East Coast. What a blast. There we go. Step back again, see what's going on, turn off the record button here, very good. Very good, very good. Maybe bring a few of these plants in here. How's that look? Pretty good. Okay, so let's do this. Bring up the water here. I don't kick into it. Work this paint with some water before it dries up completely. Maybe add a little more paint. There we go. There we go. And while this white paint dries, we will probably work on the heart or something. So, how's that look here camera wise? Okay. You want to stand in front of the lens again. Okay. Step back and take a look. Oh yes, I'm not going to do too much over here. Just the right amount. Stand back a little bit. Very good. And just a few more. Right here maybe. There we go. There we go. Gonna have to step back 1 second, take a look from back here. Yep, okay. Now we just got to balance the whole thing out a little bit. And for that, it will need something right here. And right here. Step back. There we go. Get out of the way. That might help as well. There we go. And let's just close this down here. Need a bit of Wasser. Yes, okay. Okay, I need one more, but I have to think it out for a second. Right in here, something, I don't know if I want to go here or not. I'm not exactly sure what the balance is. So I have to step back and just take that out, take a look. Here we go. This is what's going on. There we go. And then this little baby right here. And I'm going to put a little white here because there will be that edge there. So I might as well make life easier for later on. I'm going to bring this camera back again so you can have a view from further back. So I'm going to step back also as well, rinse off my little brush. See what that does from back here. Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to go over to this side, maybe take a look. Well, that looks okay. That looks okay. I know there's going to be, I have some ideas for other things for later, but we'll worry about that later. Now I have to worry about my dry throat. Whew, nothing better than water. And let's see what we're going to do next. Okay, we're going to let that white dry, of course. And then we said we would go into the heart. Okay, so in the heart, I'm going to do 2 yellow outlines right here. And for that, I need a pretty good sized brush. I'm going to try it before. Ugh, this looks like the right one. Hopefully it will be. It has to go down in one shot if possible. And I'm going to use one of my favorite yellows, just absolutely gorgeous yellow. And I'm going to put quite a bit on because when I put it down, I want it to be relatively opaque. I don't want none of that see-through shit. Here, I'll put a lot and I'll just put it back in the can if I have any excess. There we go. Rinse off this knife. God, this knife looks like, basically looks like my pants. It has, I don't know how long I've had this, 40 years. Unbelievable. Anyways, so I'll stop blabbing and I will get this brush, and like usual, I am going to switch cameras, and actually I'm going to come in the frame like that. I'm going to add a little more water right away because I know I'm going to need it. And then I'll come over here and work this over with you guys. I did put quite a bit of water, but I do have quite a bit of paint, and once it's all done, mixed together, it should give me that nice creamy, opaque yellow that I love. Oh, yes, this is just about right what I want. So I'm going to bring the camera back up and going to move you over to the side because I am going to want to record this part as well. So I'm going to zoom in like usual, keeping my fingers crossed that it doesn't get blurry because I have no confidence in these cameras anymore, since every day I have a different problem. And I am going to press record and keep my fingers crossed that this is going to come out the way I would like it to. So, well, that side came out nicely. And theoretically, this side should be even easier. Very good. Very good. There. Put that on nice and thick. It'll take a while to dry, but it doesn't matter since we're not going to put our hands in there, hopefully. So I wouldn't guarantee it, knowing myself. There. Now, I'm going to put some of this excess paint back in here. Waste not, want not. There we go. Go back in your little home. Jesus, wonder where that hair came from. Okay, so I'm going to close off this jar of paint, put this one away as well, clean off this top, push things around so it's nice and tidy, avoid any catastrophes. There, looks very good. Now, what am I going to do? That is a major question. This is kind of fun because when I'm looking at my painting behind me on this computer, it's as though I was in a bigger room. I can see things from further away, which is a good way to judge what I'm doing. So, okay, I will turn around, losing myself here. Okay. Wow, this is already dry. It's true that I do have the fan right there, which helps. But unfortunately, that's putting me under pressure to decide what colors to go on these leaves. Now, if you would have asked me this question last week, or at the beginning of this week, I would have said I'm going to do these in yellow, the same yellow I put here. But now, again, I have some doubts. I'm not sure. So, what am I going to do? What I'm going to do is I'm going to just look at this and think for a minute. And as I'm thinking, I am going to share with you a few of my paintings. You know, why not? So here's a bunch of mixture of my paintings that I've done in the past. This is going to allow me to take a few seconds and to figure out what I'm going to do. I can't help myself. I keep wanting to do green. I can't believe it. I've never done anything quite like that, so I'm kind of nervous to know how it's going to turn out. Is this going to be a good idea, or is this going to be a flop? But somehow my instincts tell me go for the green. So, what a dilemma. Am I going to have the balls to go with something new and screw up? Or am I going to play it safe and go with what I usually do? I think I'm going to have to, unfortunately, go with something. I'm going to take another second to think this out. Well, give me time to go get another bottle of water. And I think I'm going to, I have no choice. I think I'm going to have to go with the green. So that's cool. Yeah, I'm going to go with the green painting. And I noticed my other camera just shut off. You know, why not? Let's just turn ourselves off. Though it's not running on batteries or anything. You have become a real pain in the neck, my little camera friend. Unbelievable. But anyways, so we said we were going to go with the green, so I'm going to go with the green. Question is what green am I going to use? And for that, I am going to kind of improvise. I just ripped off my microphone. Chest. That's fun. Oh boy. Okay. I hope that wasn't a sign. But I'm not superstitious. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to mix up a different kind of a green. And we'll see what that gives. Oops. Where did that cat go? Okay. One underneath there. Let me get my knife out. So I am going to try this. I'm going to put a bunch of water in here. I will mix this up with you in a second. Okay. On est sur la 8, I guess so. So let's bring this camera down. And so I'm going to go with this green and yellow. And I'm going to come up with a different green. I will put highlights on this anyways, but still. Wow, I kind of, this is a nice green here. A green we haven't used yet on this canvas. So, I am going to step back and once again take a look, think this out before I make the great plunge into the unknown. Well, I don't think every painting can be a masterpiece anyways, right? So, that looks like the right texture. Bring the camera back up. We are going to go in that upper left-hand corner first, but first I'm going to come back here. Just check that out. Decide one more time, am I going to go with this? Okay, we do a little voodoo chant, little dance to the gods. Woo, 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 woo. And I'm going to tackle that upper left-hand corner. Once again, I have to move the camera over so I'm not going to be in the way. Bring that up a little bit and just zoom in a little bit. Hopefully there I won't be too much in the way. And let's go for this. I'm going to make sure that all the white is covered because I'm not sure I'll do an outline or an edge on these leaves. I hope I'm not in front of the camera. I can't really tell. Hopefully I'm not. There. I'll step back and look at that. Slightly yellow. It's kind of nice. It might need a second coat. And again, it might not. We'll have to see when it dries. There we go. So, I am maybe going to take a few seconds to come back here on my computer and see where we're at on the music scene. Maybe I can put a little classical music on instead. Something like that. There we go. There we go. Well, that is interesting. Oh, where are we here? There we go. Get a little bit of water. I'll get out of the way. There we go. So I am being a little meticulous here because like that it gives me the option of not putting any outline around these leaves like I did on these bigger ones. And if I do want to put an outline, I can, but by not having any of the white show, it does give me that extra option for later. Even though I think I will need that second coat. There, I'm going to step back for a second, take a look from afar, see what it gives. Okay, not bad, not bad. I'm going to just zoom in a little bit more, and I'm going to press record for my little movie. Add a little more water. There we go. Very nice. This is why I like these soft brushes, because when you squeeze down, they flatten out and you can just fill in the gaps so quickly, and it looks great. Careful, don't want to get too sloppy either. There we go. This is the part where the painter goes into a meditative state where the mind can drift about and wander off into beautiful realms. Just a little bit of water to make sure everything is going smoothly. Okay. Very nice. There. Now step back, take a little look. Okay, very good. Ooh. Ooh. Had to sneeze there for a second. Whoosh. Booyaka. So, I don't think I'm going to use the same green everywhere. Now I might use that same green over here though, just so it balances off. Don't ask me what I'm doing. Obviously I'm losing it. I don't think I'll need the chair after all. So, anyways, I'm going to get to it right here, there, get myself out of the way. And we are going to tackle these guys here. Very good. I hope I'm going to have enough painting to finish these guys. There's nothing worse than starting something and then running out of paint, having to make some more and to have it match. It's not that obvious, so you always want to make sure you have the right amount for the job. But I wasn't sure I was going to do so much of this green, so we should be okay. Love the way all this is just gliding on, always in movement. It's constant movement, like everything in the cosmos. Together here, very good. The white, that's very good. Okay. That movement in there. Oops, that didn't work out too well. The paint wasn't mixed up well enough. So, maybe I'll go here and see if I can cover this. There we go. Seems to be better. Now the paint isn't quite mixed as it should be. How are we doing in these cameras here? Okay, I should have first of all stopped recording, then maybe pull the camera back and maybe move it over. Getting carried away with everything here, forgetting my duties as a cameraman. Tangled up. There we go. I'll just zoom in for those last few leaves. This dramatic music. Way again. Just a little bit of water. Just trying to stretch this amount of paint I have. Oh, good. I just found a good amount that should help me finish this. So let's go. Very nice. And for this last babe, I'm going to zoom in even more and just record and hopefully it will not be blurry. Of course, I never know what I'm going to use when I start editing the movie. There we go. Now, I dropped this cap earlier. There it is. Oh, Jesus Christ, my back. Oh. That's what this is creating in pain. Boom, boom. Okay, let's stop the dramatic crap and see what we're at here. Let's look through the webcam. Okay, well this green is almost yellow, huh? Really? Okay, I'm going to let that dry and figure out what I'm going to go down below with. Maybe the same stuff. Just try maybe a different kind of a green. Let's see. Let's see what we can come up with. Make it a little darker. Why not? I'm going to get in here. And I'm going to lower this baby. No, I guess I'm still on the webcam, okay? No big deal. Puff. Hey, puff. There we go. See what all this does for us. We do have a lot of green here, so I'm going to use it all. Obviously very pasty, so I'm going to add more water to this, of course. There we go. More water and more water. There we go. So let's work this all out. So, what do you think about this green? Doesn't look too bad. What do you think? Should we try one leaf and see what happens? I'm going to try it right here. Just to have an idea. So it is going to be lighter than this green here, which is what I want. I don't want it to look the same, especially over here when we're going to overlap. So this does look a little lighter, which is pretty good. So once again, I'm going to move the camera a little bit to the side because I am going to bring my chair and sit in front of this. as to be comfortable and not shake as I'm painting. There we go. Come over here one second. And I'm gonna just get a little bit of water. Even though this is the right consistency, I know it's going to evaporate very quickly. So I'm gonna make this just a whisker. Just a little bit. There we go. More fluid. Very good. That should do the trick. And I'm going to go back to this guy. And I'm going to get out of the way and tackle these leaves here. Mamma mia. Okay. Not in front of the camera, not too much. Okay. But once that I think about it. Well, it is a different green. Okay, well, let's go for it. Let's try a couple more leaves, and then we'll step back and see if it's worth it to continue, or should we change something? Okay, I'll step back and take a look and see what I think. And I'm gonna leave it. Okay. All right, not too bad, I don't think. I'm gonna move the camera over just a tad. There we go. It's gonna change a little bit the angle, but at least I won't be in front. So let's go back to this. Look how nicely this paint just glides on. Doesn't that look like fun? Well, it is. And you should get into painting, really. Now, what materials should you buy? Well, I started off by buying one of these boxes. It was like a little plastic carry-on case, like a little mallet. But instead of having $100 bills in it, it had a whole series of acrylic paints, a few brushes. And I started off with that. And before that, I bought one of those Crayola crayon maxi boxes because I had to take the train every day from Long Island into New York City. And on the train, it was like an hour train ride. I'd go to Ronkonkoma. And to get to Ronkonkoma, I would just draw using Crayola crayons at first. That was before I even started painting. This was like, wow. I don't even want to tell you when this was. During the Ice Age. Us older people get defensive about our age. But I can tell you one thing, I'll never be as young as I am today. That's for sure. So, that's going on okay. Since I'm here, should I put back some music? Go back to the classical music? There we go. Very nice. Very nice. Starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Look at that, how that glides on there. Oh, I swear, 30 years later, I still don't get bored. Love that. Go. Just a couple more to go, and then we'll be back to square one with what do we do next. Are we going to make the right decision, become a genius, or are we going to make the wrong decision and screw everything up like a beginner, like a noob, as they say in the gaming world? Ta-da! Okay, so put the brush in the water. Save the brushes, save the brushes. Camera number 2. We'll pull back number 1. Bring him back here. Well, so there we have it. These in the jungle. So I'm going to turn the fan on a little bit higher. Which I should have done earlier. So it would dry faster. But anyways. So where are we? Where are we? Where are we? Okay. Well, I know that this light green is going to have a second coat, even if it is a light green, because I don't like when I can see my brush strokes or when I can see through the painting is not really what I enjoy. So I'm going to have to put a second coat on that. And on this green, I have a feeling I'm going to have to put a second coat as well. It's not quite dry. It gets darker as it dries, so I'm going to wait a few more seconds before I make a decision. And this is not quite dry as well, of course, which isn't surprising since it was done after the upper left-hand part. So, you know what? I think I'm going to call it quits for today. I can tell you that tomorrow we will put the second coat on all these little leaves. We will finish off the heart, doing the outline of that. Maybe finish off that so that Monday we can start on the frame. Now at first, when we started this and we did this purple, this beautiful purple, if only you could see it in live and in color. I mean, it is a gorgeous purple. Really lucked out on this one. But anyways, when I first started with the purple, I thought I would go with a red frame. And believe it or not, now I am starting to have a second thoughts and maybe going with a green frame again. I don't know what's the matter with the greens, but I kind of think I might just want to do that. So I'm going to step aside so we can look at this one more time with the webcam. See where we're at. So we'll finish the leaves tomorrow. Outline the heart. Decide if we're going to outline these. We're going to put two coats on for sure, the second coat, and then we're going to put some highlights on these leaves. We're not just going to leave them with a solid background. We are going to put highlights like we did on this guy and this guy up here. So we're going to do the same thing, put some highlights on these guys, and then do the heart or whatever dries first or second, or we'll wing it like that, do that. So that, as I was saying, that on Monday we can start tackling this frame, and hopefully by Tuesday or Wednesday we can ship this painting off to New York. So, anyways, I want to thank you once again for joining me on the stream. We've been doing it, what, an hour and 33 minutes. That's awesome. And I hope you'll join me again tomorrow, Friday. And I'll be here at, well, more or less the same time as the rest of the week. I'll be here at 9 a.m. So until then, I'm going to leave you with my schedule, and I'm going to say thanks again for joining with me. Ciao, mes amis.